probably thought we were getting into some language learning. Well, that is not exactly the case. I'm actually packing these things because I'm moving. And it's really funny because I've always wanted to participate in the mini immersion weekend, but literally for the last year, every single weekend that they did it, I was either busy flying from the US to Germany, from Germany to the US, or I had an important exam. And then this weekend, I'm literally moving. My room, as you maybe can see, is like a complete mess. Everything's all over the place. And yeah, so we gotta figure that out before we go. I feel like a real vlogger with like my little selfie stick and trying to look at the camera instead of myself, because if I look at myself then I'm not looking at you guys. So but then how do I know if I'm in frame? Like I don't understand. I still gotta figure out this whole vlogging thing, but I was just gonna show you what the room situation is like because we're about to head out. So here we got my boxes that just have most of my clothing and some other smaller things like school supplies and shit that I'm not gonna need yet because school hasn't started yet. Then over here we have all my plants, and I'm a little worried that these plants won't make it for the transport because, like, look at them. They're so long. They grew so much this summer. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they will make the transport to my new place. I'm really scared that they break, and I don't know. It just took so long to grow them. Also, yes, I do have other hobbies other than languages. I do indeed do other things, like growing plants. And then here we have my suitcase, which I never really unpacked because I came back from the US like a week ago, and then I found the apartment right the next day. So I knew that I was going to move out pretty soon after, so I'm like, why would I unpack my whole suitcase? So now it's just been sitting here for like a whole week, and that's how things are. And then here on this side is where I usually film my videos, right? This is where I sit because the lighting is pretty good over here. But now it looks really empty because there's no more plants, no more of my cute books, and so I don't know. And with that being said, we're about to head out and sign the lease. Let's go! Before I go to bed, I figured, we could at least pretend that this is a language learning vlog and talk a little bit about the situation with my Spanish, so the thing is, I haven't scripted my Q4 goals video yet. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But then I'm not sure whether that goes up first or whether this vlog goes up first. And so if the Q4 goals video goes up first, obviously you already know. But if it doesn't, then it's kind of a surprise, I guess, that I haven't talked about it in a long time. But I have indeed started to study Spanish again, just a little bit here and there. I had a project this summer where I was required to watch a certain amount of videos in Spanish, and it it's really funny because it's just so easy, and it's nice to learn languages that are easy. Like the progress is just so fast, and I still remember so much. So I figured, I might as well do that. The other thing, and I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos as well, is that I kind of have like this 2-year language plan now. Now that I'm like going back to school, I figured in the next 2 years I have like enough time to get my languages to a level that I'm happy with them. And so that includes Spanish, obviously. And I hope that in 2 years I can be at a level in Spanish where I can comfortably just talk to people. But in order to get to that level, obviously I'm still very far away from that. So I figured, I might as well start now because it is going to take me quite a while to get to that level. And I might as well just start now, get started with the Spanish learning again, and see how things go. But I'm heading to bed now. Good night. As I wrote the script for the video, I realized that I had started to learn Japanese almost 5 years ago. And while for the first 2 years I was super motivated and made so much progress, the last 2 years I found it increasingly difficult to keep my motivation up and to continue studying. Especially now that school's done, I don't even have that external factor anymore that kind of forces me to stay in touch with Japanese. And so I really haven't been doing anything. I think that this is because when I started to learn Japanese, my goal was to go to Japan, and I had no reason for that, but it was just this goal that I had in mind. And as soon as I reached that goal, I kind of lost my motivation and I have struggled to find a new motivator. At this point, I just don't have any reason anymore to learn Japanese. It's unfortunate, but that is where my Japanese is currently at.